Hello. Hello, hello. All right. Just got to make sure everything is working correctly. I believe that it is. Yeah, I think so. So, how is everybody doing this afternoon? We have 28 people watching right now, so thank you all for tuning in. We have a lot of people in the chat already, so I'm seeing everybody saying sup, hey, yo, hello, good afternoon, hello. So I figured I'd go live this afternoon, just for a little bit of time. Hey, we got Eric in the chat saying, I love YouTube ads. Brian said, thanks for the Megaforce cards. Oh, absolutely. No problem. No problem. What's up? I'm going to miss you. Oh, I'm not going anywhere. I'm here. Don't worry. Don't worry. Hope you're feeling well, said Sean, or asked Sean. I am. I'm feeling a lot better. I think. Thank you. Thank you. That's part of what I wanted to talk about actually here today. It's actually kind of the whole point as to why, oh, wow, that jumped up to 55 people. Hello. But yeah, that's kind of the whole thing is what I wanted to talk about was just sort of, as the live stream title implies, the state of the channel and Power Month. So I guess there's no better way to jump into it than to just jump into it. So it's not been going as planned. So originally, when I announced the Power Month project, which was something, and many people, including Eric was in the chat. He can attest to this. Many people can attest to the idea that I had been working on this series for months, and that is true. I had came up with the ideas, or a lot of the ideas, for months. Bought things for it for months. Spent a lot of money on the project. And I was working on videos. I was filming stuff. The first clip for Power Month, I think, was filmed back in like January. So the idea was to get 30 videos ready for the month of August to celebrate all 30 seasons of Power Rangers, one a day. And I succeeded at that in some capacity for 6 days and then stopped. So, and as you know, it's now the 13th. Today should have been my SPD video, which was a fun one that I would have wanted to do, or to get done in time, but I did not. And videos 7 through 12 didn't happen either. But I don't want to abandon the project. I'm not going to abandon the project. I'm going to explain basically here today what happened, what's going on, and what is going to happen. So, because it's a project that I spent way too much time and money into to not complete, and I do want to complete it. And there are already some videos for the future seasons, or for the rest of the project, that are done already. So I'm not going to just not release those, even though they're be out of order now. So kind of. But like, I know video 20 is done, 22 or 23 is done. Most of 24 is done. 30 will be very easy to do. Stuff like that. 15 is almost done. Actually, I was working on 15 this morning, actually. So yeah, they're gonna be coming back, but there's gonna be kind of some changes here, and so I basically wanted to explain what I wanted to do for the rest of August, and kind of give you guys an idea of what's going to be happening, a little bit of September stuff as well. So reading through the chat here, people are saying, don't want to rush coming back. Power Month coming back. Yes, as Amanda just asked, and as I was saying, it is coming back. We have your name is so long on here. Commandos M. Akko, I didn't say that right. Kimberlyn with Squirrel Pet. So I remember when I first saw your name in the chat here, I didn't even recognize it was you, because the name is so long here. But yes, no judgment, man. Do whatever's best for you. Thank you. Thank you. And Daniel, yes, it has been one hell of a summer, as you and me are very well aware. So yeah. It's been a time. So the last month or so has been just really weird, is probably the best way to sum it up, mentally, physically, emotionally, for so many reasons. And there's so much of it that's private stuff, so I'm not going to share that here. Family drama stuff and just a bunch of other things, so that's not to be public, so it won't be. But yeah, and I've been posting on Twitter and stuff before. I'm never going to call it X, but I posted on Twitter before, I think at the beginning of July when this started. I was put on anxiety medication and blood pressure medication. And I had a follow-up with my doctor 3 days ago, this past Thursday. And he's upping my anxiety medication and were keeping me on the blood pressure because it did bring it down. It did bring it down, so that's good. It's to a level that he was more comfortable with, which is great. So so in that regard, awesome. Got a haircut yesterday, so I look a little bit more presentable than usual, which is great. And I am trying to get ready to go to Japan World Heroes next weekend, which is awesome that's happening so soon. So very, I mean, it's also kind of scary because I'm not ready to go. I haven't packed anything, and it snuck up on me very quickly. But hey, speaking of Japan World Heroes, Lawns Toys in the chat. Chris, what's up, buddy? I'm going to be seeing him next weekend. It's gonna be great. So also, what should you eat? I just had chicken and fries for lunch, so that was pretty good. Pizza is always a good choice, definitely. But Eric suggested tacos, so you know. Oh, Amanda said hot pockets. Oh, I don't like hot pockets. I'm not a fan of those. I love pizza rolls, so I tried like the pepperoni pizza hot pocket or whatever. Nah, not a fan. Not a fan. But anyway, so yeah, so let's talk about Power Month. So I have this nice fancy, I was going to say spreadsheet. This is not a spreadsheet. This is a presentation. So look at that. So Power Month, right? So you guys already know what it is. I talked about what the project was supposed to be. Let me tell you though. So you got 6 videos, right? And part of what happened was that some of the packages took longer to arrive than I thought that they would, and a lot of that was just kind of a problem on my own end. So what happened was, like, for example, because I don't want to give too much away since the videos are still going to come out and I want them to be relatively surprise stuff. Like video 7, like what was supposed to be Lost Galaxies, arrived in the mail, I think on like August 2nd or 3rd. So I totally could have and should have gotten that video done, but by the time it was supposed to happen, which was last Monday, I was so drained, and that's when I made that big Twitter thread where I was like, nope, don't want to do this anymore. And then I didn't post on Twitter for like 4 days, and people like were DMing me, and I just wasn't answering, which I felt bad, but I needed to step away for a second. There's a lot of things happening. But then I came back on Friday. I was like, well, I'm going to be on Geeky Tweak on Friday. I can't just like show up without like, saying, hey, I'm back. And I am feeling better legitimately. So I figured, I guess I'm posting again. I mean, I don't want to not. So yeah, so that's what happened with that. So like video, like I'll just be fully transparent. Video 7, I didn't make. 8 is not done. 9, I haven't made. 10, I haven't made yet, and I feel bad about that one for a particular reason. 11, I haven't, and 12, I have. 13, no. 14, no. Although I really want to make 14. 14 is going to be one of the most complicated ones. And then, like I said, 15 is almost done. So, like, it worked out in some regard. Also, like, another problem was a lot of these were just taking so long for certain reasons. So, like, a perfect example was this thing, Shoto Super Cock Ranger. As you can hear, those scrolls are still in here because I still haven't finished stickering those scrolls because there was 1,000 stickers on this thing, which, like, it's an excellent set, but like this took forever to do. It took hours to do this, and so I was still stickering stuff on like the morning of August 3rd, which was the day that this video needed to come out, and I had filmed most of it already. I had edited most of it already, so it wasn't like it was that big a video to get that one done. And that's the best performing of the 6 Power Month videos so far, which is great. Especially because that one was definitely one of the more expensive ones, since each of these sets that I compared were $100, so, or at least $100. So, actually, no, it balances out because I paid $80 for Shoto Super Cock Ranger and the aliens were $120, so it was $200 to do that, to make that video. So like, it was that was one where like I was literally finishing it on August 3rd, but like some of them I had done what I meant to do, which was film them ahead of time, so that wouldn't be a problem because I shouldn't be making the video on the day that it's supposed to be coming out. Same thing also because I wanted to get the videos out to like Patreon supporters, and a lot of times, especially with my computer and the internet, which has not been cooperating at all, the computer, I've been having a lot of computer problems recently, which is great because that's the last thing I need to happen right now. So because of that as well, it made making some of these videos difficult, and especially uploading them, some of them difficult. So Patreon supporters did not get as much early time as I would have wanted them to have. So it all just kind of was a problem. And like I even changed the first video because I changed the topic of Mighty Morphin Season 1 video 3 times. I'm not going to say what the first one was supposed to be, and there's a reason. And then what the second idea was, one package didn't arrive in time. And then I figured, well, I got Remastered Black in the mail from Comic-Con from MCU Collector, and I figured that will work. So I substituted that in and pretended like that was the plan the whole time. And then, as you know, I said it in the Turbo video. That was not the plan for the Turbo video. I said what the plan was for that one. And that still hasn't shown up. So as it kept going on, it was just kind of like one thing after another where I was getting upset at myself because I was like, I planned for this to not happen. And then and then it just happened anyway where it fell apart. So I was like, this is awesome. So let me go back to that presentation, which I want to still be down here in the corner. So answering some comments here. First of all, I want to make sure I did acknowledge Thrasher's $5 super chat. Thank you very much. That you're at least doing good. Take your time. Your friends, family, and fans always back you up. Thank you. I cannot thank you guys enough for the support on the channel, especially Patreon supporters who have been very patient with my lackluster updates on that front, which I feel bad about, especially for Patreon members. So thank you all so much for the patience, really, and the support. As always, it's always super, super amazing. Yes, as Matt and Chris both said, too many sticks. Exactly. Like, the set is gorgeous, but like, it's ridiculous. Silveron asked, will you only do Power for now, or other videos like Project Unlocked to released? So that is kind of what I want to get into here, to kind of finish off, or to kind of not finish off, that's the whole point of this stream, but to talk about what I'm doing. So first of all, let me go to this slide. So I wish I could show you the full thing, because I've been having one of the funnest aspects of this has been making these thumbnails. I have really liked to make these thumbnails. That's always one of my favorite parts to do. So here is a look at the first 15 videos, but I've blocked out some of them, most of the ones that I haven't made, because I don't want to tell you what those ones are. Those are supposed to be surprises. I also haven't made all their thumbnails, so that's another reason. But besides that, but as you can see, I'm giving away 2 of the videos because I figured since, they're not out yet, I got to give you something. So here are what 2 of the videos were supposed to be, and will be. They're going to happen. The Lightspeed one was going to be a review of Shoto Super Go-Go 5, which I thankfully stickered back in June. So I got that one done ahead of time. And there's a little special aspect to that one that I was going to talk about as well, because I know that Shoto Super Go-Go 5 is not Lightspeed, but it is, but it isn't. So there was a whole reason why I was doing that one for that. And then I was going to be doing a video about the history of Fighting Spirit Green in toys. So, because he's gotten actually a couple figures. So I finally tracked down the Legacy collection, I think is what that brand, was that Legacy? Not the Legacy figure as in like the one that was in the Fighting Spirit like Comic-Con set, but the Legacy one that was in the triangle box that was released at Toys R Us in like 2015. That was like the only Fighting Spirit figure that I didn't have that I could think of. So I tracked that down on Mercari for a pretty good deal, and that arrived in like late July. So like that would be a pretty easy one to do, and I thought that'd be kind of a cool one. So figured might as well give that away as well. So those are the Lightspeed and Dino Thunder ones, but I'm keeping all the other ones a secret. I will say for sure that and also Eric said the Thunder ones are great. Thank you. I really do like making these. Video 15 is done for the most part. I think I have to film maybe like 2 minutes or something like that of footage. I just basically have to film the ending of it. But that's done, and that will be out on Tuesday. So that is to my announcement here, that I'm going to just pick it back up because I still want them to come out on the days that they were supposed to. I know I should probably technically go forward with Lost Galaxy, but there's a reason why I can't go forward with that, and that's all because of the Wild Force video. And I don't want to get specific as to why, but that should have come out August 10th. And the fact that it didn't means I'm going to probably have to, or I'm going to, well, I don't have to wait till September 10th, but it can't come out in the rest of August, I guess is what I should say. I know it's confusing, but what I'm going to do is this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try my best to do, I'm not going to promise that all videos from the 15th onward are going to happen, because that's not going to happen for many reasons, or for a couple reasons. So video 15 is going to happen on Tuesday. Video 16 and 17 should, there's really no reason why they shouldn't, happen on, let me make sure I got that right. Yeah, on Wednesday and Thursday. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday of this week should have Overdrive, Jungle Fury, RPM. Those ones are ready to go. The Samurai one could be easy to get done, but I'm not going to do it yet. And there's a reason why, because the 18th has something else that I'm trying to get done. I guess technically if one thing doesn't get done on the 18th, the other one could happen. So there's two ideas for that. The problem is that I'm going to be at Japan World Heroes from the 17th through the 22nd. So, which is a little longer than the convention actually is. And I'm taking that as a vacation, a very much needed vacation. So I refuse. I'm going to film a vlog while I'm there to post as a September video. But I refuse to make any videos other than like uploading stuff, like, tweeting and Patreon posts, that kind of thing. So I refuse. Like, I'm making Lightning Storm, or Aftermath, or what? No. That's important. There will be a storm next weekend. I'll be making an episode of Lightning Storm before I go, and there's a reason for that. So like I'm gonna get all that stuff done before I go because I'm this is a vacation and a fun time. What I meant by is a productive time because, like I said, I'll be making a vlog. So I want to get these videos. I got to get some of these videos ready to go before Thursday because my flight is Thursday. I got to get up Thursday morning to leave. So from there, I don't really know exactly beyond. So like you can probably, I know for a fact you can expect seasons 15, 16, 17, 20, 21, 22, maybe not 22, but 23 and 24, yes. And then beyond that, anything from 25 up to 30, I don't know, which is basically Beast Morphers and Dino Theory. Those should probably, and it could probably still happen. There's really no reason why I couldn't get this one done. Some of them I've already started anyway, as I meant to. So, but basically what's going to happen is videos 7 through 14, so Lost Galaxy through Mystic Force, are going to happen. They're going to happen in September. So I'm going to make them September 7th through September 14th. However, as I finish them, regardless of the order, as I finish them, they're going to be released as Patreon exclusive videos throughout the rest of August. So if you do want to see them before the 7th through the 14th of September, then I don't necessarily have to wait to that specific time frame, but figured why not? Because September has some other big plans that I can kind of schedule around that, which is nice because I can get those. I can still work on getting those videos done in the rest of August, get those ready for September, and then finish up my September plans because we have PulseCon and everything like that. So it'll work out pretty well. So if you want to see those early, some of these early, be a Patreon member. At least $3 and more, you'll get access to it. So, so that's kind of the gist with that. But there are going to be anything that I upload in the month of August. I'm still technically considering a power month thing, kind of. So as you can see, I have additional video thumbnails. So last night, I spent the entire afternoon very quickly, as much because I think I might have been the first YouTube review of it, which that's pretty cool, of the Cosmic Fury Megazord. That arrived yesterday afternoon. I probably should have brought it over here to have during the stream, but I posted my review last night. Nearly 200 people were there for the premiere of it last night, which was fantastic. And it's doing very well. It's already hit 5,000 views, which is insane because it uploaded not even 24 hours ago. So thank you guys so much. That will probably make it worth the price because that will probably help it make the cost back, hopefully. But yeah, so that, since that wasn't technically a Power Month video, it's not what I have planned for the Cosmic Fury Day, or not what I had planned. So I figured, I guess might as well count it. And then 3 hours ago, I uploaded my Minotaur review, so you can check that out. It's once again not technically a Power Month thing, but I'm still putting a little Power Month branding on it that I've been doing. Obviously, right now we're doing this live stream. This is the thumbnail to this literal current video right now, so that technically counts. And then I had already shown it in the Turbo video, so I am planning on reviewing the Turbo Red Ranger figure from the Lightning Collection. I couldn't tell you when I will, though, because I don't know where it is. So for transparency, I bought it from AliExpress in the middle of July, nearly a month ago. And they're like, guaranteed delivery August 3rd. And I'm like, ooh, okay, that's kind of cutting it close. But August 3rd, I could record it pretty quickly. The reviews don't take that long. and I can get that out by August 5th for the turbo video, no problem. And I'm like, okay. August 3rd rolls around, it's not here. August 3rd, I get a tracking update. I'm like, oh, okay, tracking update. It's like I think it said, what did it say? Like at delivery facility, I think is what it said. And I'm like, oh, perfect. Maybe that means it'll arrive on like August 4th, and I kind of more cutting it close, but I can still get it done. It still just says that. So that was 10 days ago, and it says at delivery facility. And nearly every morning, I've been getting an email from AliExpress that says tracking update, and I go, oh, and I go and check it, and there's no tracking update, so I don't know what these emails are for. So that's been a fun time. So I'm not doing that again. But that was my plan, and that did not work out. Literally, that turbo video only was able to happen because I bought that eBay lot specifically for the in-space stuff, and it came with turbo things just by chance. It also came with Lost Galaxy things. I didn't even show those off in either one of those videos, and that's not what the Lost Galaxy video was supposed to be. So maybe I'll show them off at some point someday, but yeah, so that's been annoying. And then the last video here was something else I was going to do, which was actually one of the things that I was originally going to do for day one, which was I was going to take a look at some more reaction figures because I've been kind of filling in some gaps of my collection on those. And so I made that really nice looking thumbnail, and I went and I bought blue, yellow, pink, and blue, yellow, pink, and blue so I could have the rest of the core team. And then I think it was pink or black that just was not showing up in time. And it was like July 31st. And I'm like, literally, video one isn't ready to go. Great. So that was kind of demoralizing from the beginning. So that's what happened with that. So that will still happen because they're all here now. And so that video, I don't know when that video will be out. I was kind of thinking if I don't get Dino Fury's video done, maybe release that video on August 28th on the anniversary day. I might just do that anyway. Because that's kind of a fun idea, I think, or a good timing frame for it. And I do believe, I don't want to say anything for certain, but I think Super 7 is sending me their new Ultimates figures and their stuff from Comic-Con. I'm not sure. I've been talking to my guy about that because they sent me reactions in the past in the first Ultimates wave. I bought these ones myself. But going forward, they said they were going to send me their newer stuff. So I think I'm getting those, and if that's the case, those will have to jump the priority list because they're technically a sponsored thing, kind of. So we'll get to that, but so yeah, so those are the things that I got planned. There will be for Saturdays. So there's 2 Saturdays left in August, and I can tell you right now that Saturday, August is the 20. What is it? The 19th. So Saturday, August 19th is going to be a Lightning Storm episode. You're not going to want that one. It's important. Then the following Saturday, the final Saturday of the month, Saturday, August 26th, is going to be the second episode of Lightning Aftermath. So even though it's been nearly a month since I uploaded the first episode, as I've stated of that whole series, that's going to be the replacement for Lightning Storm when there isn't a Lightning Storm that could really even happen. And so I want to make sure that people are aware that that series exists and that there will be more than just one episode of it. So Lightning Aftermath will come back on. I have a really cool Lightning Aftermath plan for that one. I've been working with somebody on this one, and this is going to be really cool. I'm really, really excited for this one. So that will be out on August 26th. And then, yeah. And actually, I filmed a Lightning Aftermath this morning, actually. But that won't be out until September. I'm not sure exactly what weekend in September yet, because that will kind of depend on, what happens. But who knows? But that's kind of it for that, for the presentation. So we'll just kind of go back to this Power Month logo thing, and let's do this one. Or yeah, that looks better. I like this one. So hey, Jezzer's in the chat. What's up, buddy? Haven't talked to you in a while. Hope you're doing well. But yeah. So good question here. Well, I'll be doing a Cosmic Fury week like you did for Once and Always. So let me kind of talk about Cosmic Fury things for a second, I guess. Kind of what my plan is uncovering that. So, another thing with Power Month that was complicated, which I think is a good segue into this. Another thing about my Power Month project that was complicated was that I originally did not plan this to be toy-specific stuff. And Eric, if he's still here, can vouch for that. I shared with him the list of videos like a month ago. And some of them were not toy related. I'm not going to say what, but what happened was I got thinking, and I probably over exaggerated or was what's the word? What am I trying? That's not the word I meant to use. Probably overreacting. There we go. I was probably overreacting when in this thought process. But I started thinking about the strikes, and so I know that those don't affect me. The writer's strike and the actor's strike, they don't affect me. Like obviously, like I'm not part of those guilds or anything. But I thought about the idea about promoting striked work and how like Cosmic Fury and like the show would. I know it's not a union show technically, but like it's just not a good. It's kind of a iffy 50 gray area about promoting the show, I guess, if that makes sense. And so I didn't want to do videos that like used clips from the show, which was what I was going to do for some of them and stuff like that. So it's technically like promoting the toys is still promotion of the show, but I'm more just kind of like showcasing pieces of a collection, or it's almost like an exhibit, I guess, if that makes sense or whatever. And so I also kind of thought that since most of them were toy related anyway, that it would be kind of fun to kind of then skew it to be fully toy focused. And so because of that, some of the video plans got changed literally like mid-July. So that was another reason that just derailed a lot of things. So I was on track for this to go smoothly, and then just every possible bump on the road made it not happen. But I'm determined to get the 30 videos done. They're gonna happen. Amanda asked a very good question. For the Fighting Spirit video, do you have the Imagine X figure? I do have that. So, and Floof said that, yeah, you can discuss anything that you want as long as it's not a paid promotion. That's true. But I basically just kind of thought like just in, like I said, I like Eric just said it too. The toy focus is cool. PR is a toy commercial anyway. I figured, yeah, I like the idea of being able to discuss, you know, stuff from Hasbro, stuff from Super 7, from Bandai, from what's the company on this box? Is it Spin Master? I don't want to show you this box because it's just so cool. Are you Spin Master? Yes, you are. Okay, so Spin Master is another one. For I guess maybe that's a hint. But basically, yeah. I just, you know, wanted to do a toy focus thing, kind of celebrate sort of the history of Power Ranger toys or whatever, or like, you know, like in like Shoto Super, even Bandai Japan stuff too. So I thought that would be kind of a cooler way to do this kind of thing. And that's what I'm doing. So that's kind of the thing that happened with everything. But yeah, so as for Cosmic Fury things, back to what, you know, the question was, if I'm going to do a Cosmic Fury week. So overall, kind of going forward, I kind of just want to focus on, like toys in general, which I know I usually just do that anyway, but like I've done videos talking about like, you know, the magazine scans of things for Sentai and everything. That's what Toku Talks has been. And I've always had a very toy focused aspect, of course, but I've kind of wanted to skew away from doing things about the show itself or doing like episode. I haven't really done like episode reviews or like entertainment reviews all that often, but I kind of wanted to focus more just on like a toy focused exclusivity thing. So as for a Cosmic Fury week, I'll be watching the show when it premieres. I will be collecting pretty much the entire toy line, which is not that many things. I mean, I have the Morpher. I still haven't opened it. It's in the thumbnail for today. I just haven't opened it yet, but it's here. You can probably guess what video 30 is supposed to be. But like, you know, the only thing I haven't bought right now is the training set, because I want that. Kinda. I picked it up at Target once, and it was in my hand at Target once for like more than a second. But then I was like, I don't want to spend $30 on this, so I put it down. But I'm going to get the basic figures whenever those come out, although I think that's closer to Christmas, that's from what I understand. But beyond that, I really don't know if there's anything else. So, like, it's kind of hard to do a Cosmic Free week because the show is not going to give me, like, a ton of stuff to talk about. Because, like, there'll be the review of the Morpher, and then there'll be, I guess I'll probably get the training set eventually. It'll go on sale someday. I can't do the basic figures yet, so, like, I don't know. So I would like to do something like that. I think that'd be kind of fun. I would like to talk about Cosmic Fury, but there's just not that much to talk about with Cosmic Fury. And honestly, and I know that this is not like, you know, this shouldn't deter me, but I'm so tired of Cosmic Fury because of just the online discourse over it with Simon Bennett and with everybody on Twitter all the time, constantly, that I'm tired of it. so like, even just like thinking about the season exhausts me. I am excited for it, but I'm also just kind of like, okay, it will come and go, just like Once and Always. And Once and Always, I think was definitely something I was more excited for, more hyped for. I think gave me more things to talk about. I'm surprised I even made 5 videos out of that. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see what I do with Cosmic Fury stuff. Obviously, there'll be more Cosmic Fury toy videos because I like the Dino Fury toy videos did very well on the channel for the most part, more often than not. So like the Morpher video, I think the Dino Night Morpher video and the Zord Mega Pack, or actually I think all my Dino Fury Zord videos, those 4 videos that encompass like those products are all in my top 10 most viewed videos ever. So yes, I'll be covering Cosmic Fury toys. There's just not much to cover, but that was a very long-winded answer to that question. And there's some other things I saw here question-wise. No Hacks asked, I'm related to PR, but what are your thoughts on the Ride Chemi cards from Gachard? That's the thing. I have plenty of thoughts on the Gachard stuff, and I have plenty of thoughts on the rumors. Well, they're not rumors anymore. I've seen the pictures. They're leaks of the really, really exciting Kinoja stuff that's happening soon, which is all toy related. I've even made thumbnails for both of those videos. I just should have made them, and I just didn't. So I'm not sure exactly what will happen with that. I would like to talk about the stuff eventually, but like my Geats videos did terrible, even though I loved doing the Geats videos. So like I don't know how Gachard videos will do. Comrade videos are very 50-50. I love doing Comrade videos. I sometimes prefer to do Comrade videos more than anything else, but that's kind of a difficult thing because it's a difficult thing. The Kinoja one I definitely will be doing for many reasons. I just don't know when I'll get to that, but I would love to talk about Gachard stuff. But to answer the question, I guess I love the cards. I'm not buying them right away because I literally cannot afford that at all. There's way too many. I will get them eventually. Usually if I don't pre-order the driver, I usually get it with Christmas money. So I'll get the driver by the end of the year. I got to track down the Gaim cards. I know Eric does as well. I think there's at least 2 Gaim cards, or there'll probably be 3. They'll probably make one for Baron too. But I have to track down the Gaim cards, stuff like that. So I'll get them. I also really want the Geats cards now too, because Geats has become my 3rd most favorite rider show of all time. Underneath Gaim and Drive tied at 1, and then Ryuki at 2nd place. Geats is number 3. I love Geats so much. So I want to get all those ones too. And then speaking of Eric, he asked if any 3-0 product videos would be in there. No, because the 3-0 figures are very expensive. I will say though, speaking of 3-0, because it made me think of it, that Zeo Red that they showed off at Comic-Con, it looks so beautiful. So I've never pre-ordered a 3-0 figure. I have one from that from when Deep Discount for some reason really lived up to their name and put the Red Ranger figure for $40 down from $100, and I bought that, and I love that figure. I can kind of see it. It's over my Red Ranger display. It's fantastic. So I really do like it. But that Zeo Red looked really, really pretty. So I really want to get that one. I also want to get the Draken and the Ranger Slayer. But actually I want Armored Red too, because Armored Red is one of my favorite suits ever. So I just want them, I guess. I want them, But the Zeo Red one, I might actually have to pre-order that whenever that goes up for order or whatever, because that thing will just look incredible. And I love the Zeo Red suit. So there won't be any videos for that in Power Month, but there will probably be at least 3-0 video at some point down the road on the channel. So yeah. Can I tell you guys what Cosmic Fury figures are releasing? I can. Kinda. Only to the amount that I know. So as far as I'm aware, from what I've been told, they're making 3 Cosmic Fury basic figures, which that's already off to a great start. I've heard that they're making the Zenith Ranger, so Zato, the Red Ranger, Amelia, and then those ones for sure. But then I have heard conflicting reports on who the 3rd figure is, except for the fact that I know it's either black or blue. It's either Javi or Ali, but I haven't heard definitively which one it is. The problem is that it's hard for me to gauge which one it actually will be, because based off of, and I'm not going to spoil anything, but based off of leaks and rumors that Illuminati has posted, it would make sense for it to be one more than the other for a certain reason. I think one would also make sense more than the other for a cosmetic reason. So it's kind of hard to tell which one would actually be in that slot. But I guess if you're only going to make half the team, I guess it does make sense to have those be the choices. But I want the rest of the team. But once again, that's just a classic demonstration of Hasbro's complete inability to grasp the idea that fans want completion and consistency when it comes to any Power Rangers products, and they've never grasped the idea of that. So I don't know, but all I've heard is that those are going to be at least like around Christmas time that they'll be out, which honestly that probably means like, especially with like what just happened with the Megazord, that could be like tomorrow on Amazon for all we know. So I have no idea, but we'll see. You'll go from I don't collect figure arts to I don't collect 3-0. Yeah. Oh, and Amanda said I watch about every video you put out. So thank you. I appreciate. Oh, even the Ultraman stuff. No one watches the Ultraman stuff. So that's a true fan right there. Thank you so much. Yeah, exactly, right? No Izzy lame. Seriously, exactly. It's ridiculous. I like the Cosmic Fury suits. I'm one of the people who actually do like how they look. Where did I put the Morpher? Because it shows them on the back or on the side. Like I like these. These look cool. And I want them. Chris said, "Nah, he buys GI Joes now." That is true. Did I have one near here? I don't have one near here, but I've bought like 3 GI Joes in the last like week. So yeah. How is not getting SHFs going? Pretty okay. I've been tempted to pre-order Commodore Gazer like 3 times, but I haven't yet. I probably will, but that's probably the next one. So, you watch the Ultraman stuff too? Let's go. So, yeah. Anyway, but kind of, I guess we can talk about September a little bit now, right? So obviously, like I said, Power Month will kind of bleed into September to get all 30 videos out. There will be, obviously, we have PulseCon on Friday, September 22nd. That's going to be a big day, I'm sure, especially because it's probably, especially due to the fact that it is August 13th and Hasbro has yet to acknowledge the fact that they even own Power Rangers this month so far, which is about what I expected, but, I'm still disappointed, though, that they haven't said anything at all. I'm hoping that we get a fan stream on August 28th, because there's enough products left that you could split some of them for Power Month week day. I guess you could do some for an anniversary celebration announcement, and you could do some for a PulseCon thing. So like, it's one of those things where like, I would assume that they would announce something in August, but that's yet to be seen. Whether that's even just a Cosmic Fury release date and trailer, which they really should drop that soon, because as like Sutherland accidentally kind of dropped last week, Cosmic Fury is releasing next month on Netflix. So, or at least that's the plan. So tell us when, show us something. So I'm assuming that we'll probably have to wait to August 20th to get literally anything. And even that's ambitious or optimistic at this point, unfortunately. But we know for a fact that they're going to be at PulseCon. Power Rangers was in the little promo for PulseCon, and they can't not go to PulseCon because they have to announce the remaining stuff at some point. The remaining 8 figures, helmets, and Morpher that they still have to tell us about. So yeah, it's coming eventually. And yeah, so I don't know. We'll see. Oh, really? My Zet videos. Yeah, exactly. No marketing whatsoever. Your Zet video is coming to buy a Zet Riser. That's awesome. Yeah, the Zet Riser is awesome. I really like the toy. I have 3 of them, and there's like a 4th one that I have to get. So when is PulseCon? Friday, September 22nd. So about, what is that? About 5 weeks from now? Is that 5 weeks from this past Friday, or is that 5 weeks from this upcoming Friday? It's close. It's it's a little over a month away. But what's also interesting is that not even just the fact that it's Power Rangers is cutting back, but they put Indiana Jones on ice, and they also put Dungeons and Dragons on ice, and they canceled Fortnite, and starting lineup did terribly. So PulseCon doesn't even have enough stuff this year to be a 2-day event like it's always been. They announced that it's only going to be a 1-day event for Marvel, Star Wars, Transformers, G.I. Joe, Magic, Avalon Hill, and Power Rangers. I want to say those are the other brands. Am I forgetting one? I don't think I am. Maybe Nerf. Was Nerf there? I don't remember. Yeah. So PulseCon Even the whole event itself is having problems. So it's not even just Power Rangers. So, but it's still happening. Just it's happening on the 22nd of September, and it's just going to be a 1-day thing. So that's going to be weird. So PulseCon historically has been pretty good. I've really had, except for the NFT announcement back in 2021, I've actually thought that all 3 PulseCons so far have actually been some of the Power Ranger teams' strongest performances. I really liked last year's. 2020's was excellent. I loved 2020's PulseCon. 2021's was decent until they announced the NFT at the end of it. So, and also 2021's is kind of just awkward when you look at some of the things that came out of that. But regardless, that was the worst showing of the 3. But I'm optimistic for 2023's. There's still cool things for them to show that they're going to kind of have to show at PulseCon, but it's also going to be probably bittersweet because that will probably be one of the, if not the last announcement stream that pertains to the Lightning Collection, which is wild to think about and sad to think about. But that's where we're at. So obviously that will be Friday, September 22nd, and because of that, there probably won't be there definitely won't be a lightning storm on Saturday the 23rd. There could be, I guess, an aftermath on the 23rd, but I'm not sure because I have aftermaths planned, but I'm not scheduled, so I'm not sure exactly what will happen there. Let's see. Project Unlock is going to have some very interesting episodes very soon. I've already recorded the next 2 episodes, which are going to be the 2 September episodes, and I'm currently working on and waiting for packages to arrive of the October episodes, which are going to be very important. I think it was in a public stream. I showcased the logo or whatever for the what was it? The Project Unlock Final 100, because I'm less than 100 keys away from getting all of the keys that have ever been made for Gokaiger stuff. So it's going to be interesting. So September and October are going to cross a lot of those off the list. So I just don't know exactly which days those will be released because some of them are going to have to plan around Power Month stuff and PulseCon stuff. So not as much the October stuff. The October, I'm not going to go that far yet, but I have some October plans and stuff like that going forward. Also for September, so you guys might have seen, I did a video, or in one of my last streams that I did, I teased a little series at the end. And that series is a series I really want to do. It's not toy related, but I really, 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 really want to get it off the ground. And it's just been so hard to get it off the ground because what I want to do for it is so time consuming. And I'm also behind on Tokyo Toy Lines, which I have already recorded, or I've already written the script for. I finished the script for the next episode of Tokyo Toy Lines back in May. But at this point, it probably just makes more sense to wait to release that until October for a specific reason. So we'll see. But besides that, September, I'm still currently planning out, seeing where things are going to fit in, and already working on October stuff. I've already filmed some October stuff, so that's good. That we're ahead of things. The one thing I know I would like to make a video on is I like to make a video on the Revolve Change series from Geets, because I finally started picking these up. I have this one, and then I have in my next buy box, which I have paid for to ship, but it hasn't shipped yet. And I'm hoping that it arrives before I leave for Japan World Heroes. If it doesn't, it's fine, but I would kind of like it to. That box has the Tycoon and Buffa Revolve Change figure in there. So I like to do a video on those. Those have been pretty fun. But yeah. Let's see. Can I say what the next episode of Tokyo Toy Lines is? Yes, I can, because I have already publicly revealed what it is. Let me see. Can I screen share this? Will it be a problem if I screen share this? I could show you the thumbnail for it. Let's see. Hold on a second. Let me find this picture. Yeah, I can screen share this. This would be fine. Okay, so here's some thumbnails. I'm not going to scroll much further than this, I don't think. Yeah, we're good. So it's this. It is the Gaim Arms Change line. Specifically just the Arms Change line. It's not like Gaim in general. I love this figure line tremendously. It's one of the first. It's the first Kamen Rider merch that I ever bought, and I bought the entire toy line back in 2013 through 2015. Love that toy line. So I wrote the script for this before I graduated to college. So to put that in perspective, I just haven't recorded it yet. In fact, all 4 of these videos don't exist. So like that's a video I'd like to do. The script for this one is also done. Patreon members, $10 or above Patreon members can actually read the script to both of these currently and have been able to for months. This was supposed to be a second channel video that me and Keyshawn recorded, but then it was like an hour long worth of footage, and I got that was daunting to me, and I just never edited it. So that's fun. So, but yeah, so that's what happened there. But yeah, so Tokyo Twilight is probably my favorite show on your channel. Thank you. It's my favorite show to make. You might have thought that would be like Lightning Storm or Aftermath, but I love making Tokyo Twilights. I love how those videos turned out. They just take so much time to make. So much time. I think it took me probably a grand total of like, if I added up all the editing time, it probably took like half of a day, like probably like a good like 12 hours to edit like the Super Mega Force one that I released, the Super Mega Force Ranger Keys one or something. I have no idea because I edited it over the course of I edited it over the course of months, and every time I sat down to edit it, I was editing it for hours into like well into the early hours of the morning, sitting in the dorm. So like they just take so long, and they're also daunting to record, because then every time I sit here and try to read my scripts, I like hear like, you know, I hear my mouth talking, I hear like the clicking that I, you know, like of my tongue, and then I like try to re-record a line, or I get all tongue twisted over the words that I wrote. And so like recording the script is a whole hell of a process in of itself. And then editing audio is the worst. Eric, if you're still here, you can attest to that. Editing audio sucks. So, but if you make it sound good, it's worth it. But it's, oh god, it's a process. So like editing, you know, I can record a script, and I will probably have to throw away like 30% of that recording, because 30% of it will just be me getting tongue twisted, or, you know, realizing that what I wrote doesn't make grammatical sense or whatever the hell. So it's been weird, or it takes forever to do that. So like an hour long of like, I think for example, the Megaforce Tokyo Toy Lines video, I think that's what, like it's like close to 30 minutes long, right? And the audio file of my script reading was like, I think literally an hour 20. So that's how long of the amount of time in that me recording the script was just a bunch of like mess ups, which is ridiculous. So like, which I mean, most of that I can kind of just, you know, cut out the big chunks, but it sucks. So, but they do turn out really good once they're finally done. So that will happen eventually. But crazy to see how much your channel has grown. I remember finding your channel after buying my first Lightning Collection of Magna Defender and Wave 2. Congrats on the success of the channel. Thank you. Thank you guys so much for all the nice comments, honestly. Like I've been saying, there's a lot of comments here saying thanks for all you do. This is like, thank you guys. Adama said, I left a couple questions earlier in the chat. Oh, my bad. I apologize. Here's one. How long am I guessing the hiatus will last? So that's an interesting thing too, that I'm gonna have to talk about in the next couple of months, probably multiple times. The thing about the hiatus is that what I heard is that it will probably be at least a year. However, I've heard. Let me break this down this way. From what I've been, because there's the private information, the public information, and then like the public information. So the private information is this, and that is, I've been hearing this probably about a year, right? So that's the first one that gives like a time frame to it, or a timetable of it. And then the public information is the quote that came from what's his name, Stevie, from the Marvel team, who put out some sort of post, or he said it to somebody in a DM, or something was said by him or somebody who knows him or something. It was posted on Instagram publicly, but I don't remember. I don't actually know what the source of the quote was. But the quote was that they were taking like a gap year or whatever, and they specified that it was on a freeze or something like that. So like that was kind of like the public information, and then the public information is what was said at Comic-Con by Emily to MC Collector 24. and that is basically they didn't put a time frame on it. They specified that the line is not canceled, that kind of thing. So it's really kind of hard to say. But Stevie's one of the important things about Stevie's comment was the fact that that one said that there was going to be re-releases of deluxe figures in 2024. And then I should have talked about this in a lightning storm, and I have not yet, unfortunately. But Nerdzoic reported a couple weeks ago, which is a toy retailer based out of Pennsylvania. He reported, and it has now started to happen on websites like ToyWiz, that restocks are coming for the White Ranger helmet, the Red Ranger helmet, and the Dragon Dagger. So, from what I understand, 2024 will still have products, but they will just be a bunch of like restocks, reissues of things. But the thing about deluxe re-releases is that I assume I don't know if that means like I'm not sure if it means deluxe in like the way that we think that it does. Like, does it mean deluxe figures like the Rita or the Minotaur? Or does that mean like deluxe things as in like deluxe role play, like the things we know are happening, the helmets, the Dragon Dagger, that kind of thing. So it's kind of hard to tell. So I don't really know exactly, but the thing is that 2024 will like still technically have products releasing. It will also be kind of this weird thing too, because some of the stuff that they're going to announce at like PulseCon won't have pre-order ship dates until like 2024, like probably like March, probably like March, May, April, February, that kind of, the front half of 2024. So that will make the hiatus feel like not, I wouldn't say not real, because that's not the word, but like not as prominent as it actually is, because there'll still be stuff happening for a little while, kind of, but it would just be one of those things where it's just kind of all the bottom of the barrel, the scraps, what was left, right? So it would kind of probably be a while until we actually feel the like actual hiatus fully taking effect, if that makes sense. So it's hard to say how long it will be. That was a long answer too. But yeah. So let me. That was a lot of talking. So yeah. But let's see here. I got the Memorial Z-Riser because of your video on it. Yeah, I love that toy. Is fun. It just was kind of annoying to have to buy like the same Z-Riser. I didn't mind buying the dark one, but like that's one of those things where like I wish I would have just, if I would have known that the Memorial Edition was going to exist before the regular one, I would have just waited for that. But it's fine having all of it. So I think that the Fane memory will get a US release. I don't. Yeah, I guess it doesn't have one listed on Toy Collectibles. Honestly, a couple months ago I would have said yes, but at this point, probably not. They haven't been getting a lot of US releases for things recently, unfortunately. It would be nice if it did, because I want to get the Fane memory. I need a Fane memory. Even though it's not a CSM one, I need one to go with my CSM double driver. So, but yeah. So that's kind of the majority of a lot of the questions and stuff like that. Let's see, is there anything else I wanted to mention before I kind of, I guess, wrap it up here, which is good because I want this to be about an hour, and it's been just about an hour. So we'll probably go till 4 o'clock, the top of the hour, and then we'll probably call it. So I got to rest my voice anyway. I'm guest starring on a podcast tonight at 9, and I've already been talking for an hour as it is, so I need to rest up my voice a little bit. But I'm not going to say who it is and when that's going to happen, because I don't know for sure. I don't know if they want that to be public yet. I don't know if it is. I don't know. But yeah. But bottom line, to kind of recap, Power Month videos are still going to happen. The videos are going to happen as they were supposed to on the 15th for sure. Probably the 16th and the 17th. I just got to get them done. The 18th, did anybody see the trailer that played before this stream? Let me know that in the chat real quick, because that'll be important in a second. Because I had a little trailer playing in front of this stream, and if you didn't see it, I can play it. Because the 18th I have something very special planned. I just don't know if I'm going to get it done in time before I leave for my flight. And basically the cutoff date, I have to get that done by the 17th or it's not going to happen. So, okay. So yeah, you guys said I didn't see it. So I did see the trailer. I'll just go ahead and play it real quick. It's only like a little under 2 minutes. So I'll go ahead and play that real quick. But I'm hoping, don't hold me to it. I'm hoping that this can come out on August 18th. It's just going to take a while to finish editing it, but here's what I got. Here's a very special thing that I have planned, or that I'm working on.
Guys, just for the sake of saying it, 3-4 months ago, I had a chance to see one of these for the first time in person on a yet unannounced character. And when I saw it, I had to like blink for a second and figure it out, because it was like seeing a Ranger for the first time in HD. Does that make sense? Like, it was perfectly realized. So, Malvika, maybe you can give us a top line as to what really makes the Lightning Collection special, please.
Yeah, for Lightning Collection, it's really about the quality. So it's going to be 6-inch figure scale, premium details, premium deco. You'll get all great accessories. You're going to get a swappable head. So at Hasbro, we have something called photoreal technology. So it's a really great way to get those details on the faces as well, because we have a whole library to choose from.
Let's talk about these next 3 red beats specifically. So, accessories included?
Yep. Only the best for you guys.
What about the next one, Malvika?
Well, I can't see, Jason.
Weapons included?
Weapons included.
I'm sorry you can't see. I'm not saying that, and I don't think anybody here on the stage is saying, oh, you're going to get one of these things per figure. It's all of these things per figure. So really legit, really excited about that. Man, so exciting.
Ooh. Yeah, that's coming together pretty nicely. I'm happy with what that is. I'm just hoping that it can be done by August 18th, because as the video showed, August 18th is the 5th anniversary somehow of when the Lightning Collection was first revealed at PowerMorphicon 2018. And it's been a time since then for sure. My entire life is different, actually. So in the last 5 years, for many reasons, this channel would not exist without the Lightning Collection. So it's been a time. So I'm working on something very special for that. I really hope that it comes together and that it's done by the 18th. Not that it can't come out after that, but I really like for it to hit that anniversary. I think that would be a fun thing. And then, as I mentioned earlier, I can't say why yet, but you might want to watch Lightning Storm on Saturday, August 19th. It might be important. Just saying. So stay tuned for that episode 220. Because regardless if there's any actual news that happens this week, I have news. So stay tuned. I just can't talk about it yet. So that is this upcoming Saturday, so stay tuned for that. So basically the Minotaur video is out right now. The Cosmic Fury Megazord video came out last night. There will not be a video tomorrow. Unfortunately, even though the Mystic Force video I really would have liked to have finished, but that one's just too that one is probably the most complex video of the Power Month project. But it'll be worth it when it's done. And then, like I said, the 15th is done. The 15th video is ready to go. The 16th and 17th won't be too long. Difficult to get done. Jungle Fury and RPMs. There won't be a Samurai one on the 18th. Probably not, because I want to get this one done. The big project thing. And then the 19th is the Lightning Storm. The 20th will be a Power Month video for Megaforce. The 21st will have a Super Megaforce video. I got to finish the Dino Charge one for the 22nd. The 23rd is done for Supercharge. I'm almost done with the Ninja Steel video for the 24th. And then from on that one, Super Ninja Steel onward, it will be kind of just a case-by-case basis if I get them done in August. I should hopefully try to. So I don't have that big of a backlog of them to finish in September. But whatever I don't finish in August, I'll finish in September. And like I said, as I finish them, unless they are just going to come out when they're supposed to, as I finish like the ones that I have a backlog of to finish now, those will be released on Patreon before they're up on the channel. So if you want to see them in whatever order that I finish them, it could be like Lightspeed's first before Lost Galaxy or whatever I finish them. They'll go up on Patreon for you guys to check those out until September 7th through the 14th. So, all right. I think that's kind of the big things to talk about. If any of you are going to Japan World Heroes next weekend, I will be there. I will be there all 3 days of the convention. I got to get my autograph and hopefully a picture as well with Kamer Gaim, who's going to be there, which is really, really freaking cool. Looking forward to that. Going to be hanging out with my buddies Corey and Chris, who you probably know from reaction streams and Geek Each Week. So that's going to be really awesome. We're staying with Corey. He's letting me and Chris crash on his couch, which is awesome because that saves us hotel costs. which is one of the only reasons why I'm even able to go to this convention. I didn't think I was going to go because I'm already trying to save up money for PowerMorphicon 2024, which I'm going to that. And I didn't think that I'd be able to do another California convention only a year after Morphicon 22, but here we are. And there's a lot of circumstances, especially actually it's thanks to your guys' support, honestly, because it was thanks to things like the Patreon and the Amazon affiliate links and all that kind of stuff that I was able to afford to be able to go to Japan World Heroes. So thank you guys so much. So I will be there. If any of you guys are going to be there and want to run into me there or try to run into me there, I will be there. Like I said, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I will be filming a big video like I did for Morphicon. It's not going to be as elaborate as that. It's not as big of a convention as Morphicon is. And the Morphicon videos took so long to edit. I recorded so much stuff for that. If you add them all up together, it's an hour and like 35 minutes long, the entirety of the vlog that I filmed, and I'm not doing that again. So I will be making a big vlog, and that'll come out probably early September, if not like the last week of August. That kind of just depends. Maybe like August 31st, because by that point, the 30 Power Month days will be over. So like maybe that or something. But I will be doing a vlog for that. You'll see that eventually at some point with whatever antics go down next weekend. So I think that's it. I think those are all the main things I wanted to hit and talk about. But that's it. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. We have 76 people watching right now, and we had like a little over 100 at one point, which is awesome. So I appreciate you guys taking out your time on Sunday afternoon here. Be sure to check out the Minotaur video that came out earlier today and the videos upcoming this week and such like that. And it's good to be posting again. I thank you guys for letting me kind of take that week off this past week, kind of try to, collect myself, kind of move on for some personal things I'm trying to work through right now. Things are rough in certain ways, private ways, but we're gonna be okay. We're gonna push through, and we're gonna do good. So it's always a pleasure. Thank you guys for your time and everything once again, and hope you guys have a good rest of your weekends. I can't believe it's already Sunday afternoon. I feel like this weekend happened in like 5 seconds. I've also been working on videos and stuff like literally since like Friday night, so like nonstop essentially. So it also feels like the weekend went by in 5 seconds for that. But yeah, all right, that's gonna do it. So yeah, don't got anything else there. Don't have anything to play or anything like that. So we'll just go ahead and end the broadcast. But you guys have a great time, and I will talk to you all later. Goodbye.